You have no idea. This is like take five. Aloha, welcome back. Maybe the reason it's been take five is because I didn't have a plan. It's so funny when you think about goals. Yeah, like having a goal is a great, wonderful thing. And then when you break that goal into action steps, that becomes making the process a little bit more manageable and allows you to, I think, achieve the goals and the things that you set out. And for the most part, I don't really understand quite how it unfolded the way that it did, but I've become a pretty goal-oriented person. Early on in my life, in my journey, I knew that I wanted to be an author and to write and publish books. Well, book singular, and it ended up being multiple. Wanted to start and do t-shirts at a brand. I've done that. I've been really fortunate to be able to see a lot of things come to life. And it's interesting because as I've gone through the journey and I've seen just multiple different facets and ways of looking and viewing at it, I think the realization that I've had is it kind of doesn't matter what anyone sees outside of me, because when I look at my life, all the many chapters that have been written and read so far, and then I imagine where it's headed, it kind of excites me on the one hand. It also makes me feel just really grateful because I've been able to experience so much. Anyone can argue. I truly believe this, like that things could be worse and things could be better. No matter who you are, there can be better circumstance, there can be worse circumstance. That's kind of the cycle of life. Even you look at successful sports franchises, for example, if they win a game, they go back and they review the tape and they try to find ways to improve the next time around. If they win a championship, it's enjoy it for a moment and then right back to work, right? Because as soon as the final bell whistle goes off, then it's right back to the drawing board to factor that into account, because I think the same can be said as we continue in pursuit of whatever goals that we have. And as I continue to just walk through this, my goals have become less material driven and more quality of life driven. The underlying element of writing a book, I think why it was so passionate and important for me, was I needed to find and honor and understand what my voice is. And as an artist, I feel strongly that I've arrived. I feel that whenever I'm in a creative space and flow, I know the language that I'm speaking. As a professional, I'm stoked. I mean, yeah, I have a job, but beyond that, I have a career, and it's a career that it challenges me. It's rewarding, and it allows me to give back and to contribute, which is super awesome. Because when I look at what my dreams were, adventure and service checks all those boxes. Is it perfect? No, nothing's perfect. My first book, I like to joke, I've sold way more t-shirts than I have with my first book, and I'm cool with that. The other part of it is just because you don't see something here and now. It's like when you're building a fire and you add more wood. Maybe that's just the spark, but the blaze is coming. And I truly believe that I want to live and love a full life. And when I see all the pieces and of the puzzle come together, I get a clearer picture of just how full that is. And it does stoke me up. Super grateful because I'm fortunate that I have the headspace that I do. I'm grateful for my parents for being who they were and teaching me what they did and giving me as much as they could, and for the things that were different that I was able to seek and continue to grow and develop and cultivate my own faith in how I see and view the world. So just wanted to share that. So like I said, this is like take 5, and even within take 5 it became like take 6 and 7 as I sit out here on the lanai and I just enjoy the breeze after a long day of work. Still a little bit under the weather, as you can probably hear. I just watch the plants, just look at life around me. There's just so much beneath all of this, down to the microscopic level, that's like super amazing, and it's magnificent. Yeah, there's bullshit. It's always gonna be bullshit. It doesn't have to be your focus. It doesn't have to be the be all end all in the journey. And I don't know if it's death that teaches you that. Death in its many forms, losing a loved one. Death is change, the end of parts of your life, whatever it is. You just gotta dive in and show up. I think about that often. just gotta keep showing up every day. Every day that you're gifted and you have another opportunity, you keep showing up, because one day you're not even gonna have that opportunity to show up. And that's crazy. So with that, thanks for being out there. I'm sending you good vibes and aloha and love and light, and mahalo. Thanks for joining me.